Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today for Kineo Totara office hours. I'm excited to have you here with me today. For those of you who maybe don't know what office hours is, it is a 45-minute time slot that 45 minutes to an hour time slot that we have open for our clients. So you guys can come in, ask all the questions you want, take advantage of this training time. If I don't know the answer, I bet you I know somebody who does. So we'll track them down and get you an answer. Today what we're going to be talking about is uploading custom icons. There are a couple of places where you can do this. I also want to talk about in this session the summary area. Inside of a course, there's one place where you can actually attach files to your summary. So we'll kind of take a quick peek at that as well. So a little bit about myself. My name is Taylor Craig. I'm a platforms consultant here at Kineo. That's just kind of a fancy term for a trainer. But what I do is I train individuals on their Totara instance, make sure you guys are comfortable with it, and then answer any questions that I can possibly answer for you guys. I work alongside our clients all the way through implementation typically. All right, so which icons am I talking about? So commonly, and what many of you may think that we're talking about today, is changing the icons in the course. Unfortunately, there's not a way to change those icons directly in the course. There's not any kind of tool that will allow you to just easily upload those. Now, it's not difficult from our support team's standpoint, and we can talk about a little bit how we would like you to go about that. Simply submit a support ticket and say, hey, we would like to change the icons in our courses. These are the icons that we want to change. Can you please give me the appropriate size that we need? Because depending on the theme that you're using, they may need to give you a different particular size for those particular icons. So you need to ask what size do you need and what file type do you need, and just submit that ticket with the header, I want to change the icons in my course. And that will help. So I've talked to support, and that's how they want you to go about doing that. Okay, but the ones we're going to talk about today are actually the icons that people see like in the catalog. Anytime you allow them to have access to seeing course titles, those icons are what we're going to talk about. Also, you can change the same icons for programs as well. So there's one place where you can upload quite a few things, and then also I want to talk about the course summary files. That's not something that a lot of folks realize is there, and also there's one setting that kind of has to be tweaked to make that work a little bit better. So let's go ahead and just dive on in and take a look at all this stuff. Okay, guys, so I am currently logged in as an administrator, and I just want to point out which icons we're going to be talking about. So it's these right here, the little icons that you see along the side in the catalog. Now this is the enhanced catalog, guys, so remember this is an embedded report. If you're not seeing these little icons on your enhanced catalog, edit your report, and then you can add those particular things back in. So if I go to edit the report, just show you real quick what it is that you need if you want it. And then I'll show you in the course where these are actually located. Sometimes you might not remember. So we'll go in here to columns. And this one I have course name linked to course page with icon, or you can just do a separate column completely called the course icon. So up to you as far as how you go about that. Okay, now let's talk really quickly about where you set that icon, because you might be thinking, okay, well that's great, but I don't remember where that icon's even located. So I'm going to go inside of the course, and then I'm going to go to Course Administration and Edit Settings. So it's within the actual course settings here is where these icons are located, and it's right here, Course Icon. And so you can click on Choose Icon, and there's quite a few that are already there that you have access to, but these are the ones that are standard with every instance, and so yours are going to look the same as everyone else's. But if you have some that fit your company better, let's take a look at where you might go about fixing that. So underneath Site Administration, and then go to Courses. So Site Administration, Courses, there is an area right here called Custom Icons. So inside of this Custom Icons area, you will see two areas where you can drag and drop in multiple icons. So let me just grab my little folder here. Our awesome graphics designer, Sadie, she's hooked me up here with several different nice little icons. Now guys, one thing I want to point out is, and this is just something to point out because grabbing an image off the internet is so easy, right? It's also not legal. So we assume that those images are owned by you if you provide them to us or if you put them on your site. And if they turn out not to be owned by you, Kineo is not liable. So just putting that one out there, just remember that. Okay, so we have those images there, and then we can dump these in for programs. Okay, so you're seeing those load in. It's pretty easy to do. And then once you get those in place, you can save your changes. And those obviously match my theme much better. I'm using a kind of a purple theme, so these match my theme a lot better. And I can come in here and go back into my courses. I'll just go to Find Learning and Courses. It's just easier to access. We'll go back into that same course. We'll change it from this weird box to something that actually fits. So we'll go into Edit Settings, and we'll come down here to our course icon option. Click Choose an Icon, and we should see the ones that we loaded. There they are. They're going to show up kind of right here at the top. Okay, so we'll just throw that guy in there, say OK, save and display. And a lot of people don't use these icons, and they don't add them into their catalog, just mainly because they don't look as nice as they might want them to, or they don't match their theme as well as they might want it to. And you'll notice here, now that I've popped that in, it matches the theme. It just kind of adds a little bit of extra to the course. So just something to keep in mind, something that you have available to you. Same thing for programs, guys. It's really easy. We've already loaded those in, but we can come in here. We can go to our Find Learning Programs, and we'll just edit one of our programs real quick, and we'll take a look at where you put that in there for them. So Edit Program Details, and it's right here. Okay, so it would be under the Details tab. You can come in here and you can choose an icon, and here's all those brand new ones that we loaded in. Okay, so just kind of adds a little extra flair to your site, makes it match a little bit better, makes it fit your theme. Okay, so that is that, and it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but just something to keep in mind that you do have the ability to do, and it just kind of enhances the appearance of your course. Okay, so the other thing I want to talk to you about is going to be course summaries. So you typically don't see them as an administrator, but as a learner, you do sometimes run into these. So let me go back out to my home page. I'm going to grab my learner here. I never can remember my usernames because they're way too detailed. I used a user generator, and as a result, it gave me some weird combinations. Okay, and it throws on a letter too for whatever reason. Okay, so let me throw up this other browser here because I want to log in as a learner and log in as an admin as well. All right, so grab this again. Okay, so if we go into Find Learning Courses, click on this Totara 9 overview. So this is the summary that I'm talking about here, and you'll notice here that there is a file associated with that summary. Now, typically in standard, when you just have it core out of the box and you haven't made any adjustments to your settings, the only thing that can be put in there is an image. And in my opinion, it kind of renders that a little bit useless because when you do put in an image, it looks weird, it's out of place. If you're going to put an image in, put it here, put it in the actual summary area. So let's talk about where this file came from, how I put it in there. So that is going to be, if I jump back over here as my admin, so we're going to go back into that course. And we'll go into Edit Settings. So like I was saying, if you're going to put an image in, there's nothing wrong with putting an image in your description, but I would put it here in this course summary area. There is this thing here called course summary files, so that's where I have dropped that PDF file. However, probably on your instance right now, that, if you try to drop in a PDF, isn't going to work. And that's kind of annoying and a little bit frustrating because a PDF might actually be useful there. So what I found the other day, and I actually just stumbled upon this and I didn't realize it, and I was like, that's not useless anymore. Inside of our settings, if we search for course summary files, and you can just put course summary files into the search box, guys. If you don't know already, this thing right here, it will, this search box searches every single setting in the system. Okay, and that pulls back these two settings, course summary files limit. So right now it's just set to 1, but if you need more than one file there, if you need files available to people before they actually enroll in the course for whatever reason, you can up this number. Also, I added in a comma and then .pdf, so I added in another extension. So what that allowed me to do is it allowed me to actually put a PDF in there. So that may or may not be helpful for some of you, but I have had people ask a lot about that summary files area, and I've never realized that this particular setting existed for it. Now keep in mind, guys, this is a 9 instance, Totara 9. I didn't check older versions, but I would hope that this setting is there. But if you're not on Totara 9 and you can't find this setting, it may have been something that came out with 9, and it might have been one of those sneaky, hey, this is a fix kind of thing that maybe got slid in there. Okay, so that's all I've got for you guys today. Kind of short and sweet, but just had a couple of things to go over with you. And I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Any questions that you may have, fire away, guys. I've got my questions board pulled up here on my other screen. And if you need a mic, let me know. I'll be glad to send that your way.